Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you to anybody who comes to join us today. I'm back with another Twitch stream, another Flix and Chill with PHAZE1 and Cute Control. This is officially a PHAZE1 and Cute Control collab stream these days, as you've seen in the label change. Say hi to the people, Kier. Sorry, I'm talking over you.
It's all good. I'm talking over you.
No,
What's up, everybody?
But welcome back to the stream as usual. We're gonna just get this started right away today, guys, and just ramble in. We have no set schedule for this. We're winging it today. We're just gonna pull up some cool things, chat. We're gonna chat about music and fingerboarding and skateboarding today. So music. Let's get this stream flipped over, turned on properly. How's it going today, everybody? Hello, hello. My cam is working. Just wanted to make sure.
Nice flannel.
Thank you. I'm in an all purple fit today. I don't know if you can see the pants. We got the backwoods pants with the purple flannel top. Actually, it's not an all purple fit. I do have a purple hat somewhere, but I'm not rocking it. I got the Sega Genesis hat though, you know. It matches my skate right now. I was out earlier and I was like, this looks good. I got a blue hat. I got a blue element skate. Like, it was all matching nicely. But yeah.
Nick Garcia board, right?
Yeah, it's nice. It's not doing me too bad. Like, I rode it a little while ago, and I took it off the trucks like super early though, just because I like had treated myself to a new like local shop setup, and wanted to throw that together. But so now I'm back to it because I think the tail's going on my other board, right? So it happens. But yeah, so we'll just ramble away. But I'm gonna see if I can pull up. We were talking about Samuel, a.k.a. HUGGY _FB, and his personal page. I do not think he minds me showing this off and people seeing it. But here, we're talking about his progression and stuff. I'm going to see if I can show you like a little bit older video of him. Like, he was like really basic tricks at first, and like his progression has been like super strong. I wonder... Let's just watch some old videos of his for a minute. So you've never seen his personal skate stuff, right?
I don't think so. Yeah, I haven't seen this account.
You haven't seen this account?
No, that fit is sick though.
Right.
That,
so this is him like just under 2 years ago.
Wow.
Oh, I love his fits. Like, he's honestly a styling dude. Like, the one time I posted a picture of one of like my anime fits, and then he sent me back a selfie, and he was like twinning because we had the same shirts, and I was like, yeah, we have good taste. But so you can see like he is pretty like, you know, average beginner. Like, you can see his riding. Like, he has like every like beginner entry level riding, right? Like, he's got a little bit of flow, but like he's just got basic tricks. He just has the pop shove-its and stuff. This is his best friend, if you didn't know. This guy's name is Nash, and I actually know him pretty well at this point too. But so let's see if we can get some more clips. I really respect like watching people's progression. No, that's scootering, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I like seeing people's progression. So this is like another like month or two after all that, probably like 2 months after all that. So, you know, you can see he's entry level, just starting to get the grinds and stuff like that, right? Bro, look at this clip. Look at this clip one day ago. I was like, yo, he's gonna be a G.
Yeah, I feel like he has like so much style for...
He just spent months on a knee injury. I don't know how like you come off a knee injury and just go right to that. But actually, I can't say much because like I broke my foot really bad back in the day, and I did actually come back and like learn new tricks and stuff afterwards.
Knee stuff is so annoying.
That's brutal.
My knee, it's weird.
One of your knees is weird.
Yeah, like if I sit on it too much, like, you know when you sit with your leg underneath you?
Yeah.
I have like a habit of doing that. I do that to my right leg all the time, and but I used to do it with my left leg, and like then I would go to walk like outside or whatever, like
And you
just
would feel it.
going on a walk. Yeah, I'd feel like a bubble in it, and I don't know. So like that type of thing has been like haunting me for a really long time, where it just isn't quite right. But the more I just like really let it chill, it's fine. But you know, like I hit it on the ground sometimes. Like if I just fall really in a silly way, I'll like smack it into stuff or like hit it on things, and it'll like hurt extra bad.
Yeah.
Just knee stuff is probably should be avoided. Any injury should be, but you know,
Yeah, I can't.
especially
I'm just blanking on the shop name right now, but this is the. Oh, are they tagged? Yeah, Kingpin. This is the
nice.
shop that he like volunteer works in. See if we can see anything about Kingpin. They're a cool brand. We're gonna try and do something one day so that I can order a board from there and get them to ship it over to me or something.
That'd be sick.
Not much shop pictures. Shops always do this. I just want to say, guys, post more pictures of your actual shop. Every shop
It's
does
true.
this, and I like to see what shops actually look like. And I don't know if there's a lot of people who are like that, but I'm really like that, and I want to like actually see what shops are like and just see like the footy in the shop. I guess it's right now because of COVID though. There's not a lot of like shopping in the shops and stuff, right?
True. Yeah.
But Kingpin Skate Supply, that's his like local skate shop.
Nice.
But yo, that little clip was decent, right? Like I was really pleased when I saw that. Like he managed a nollie tail slide like that. Like I can't do that. I was like, damn, inspiring. I need to go out and skate more.
Yeah, he's got like cool style. Like, I don't know. I guess like I I don't really know like if kids just like do now. Like I know what it was like to grow up. Oh, I don't even know. In like 2008 when I was like a teenager, I guess. And
Yo, we're
what
flexing
like
your new skate videos.
heck yeah. Like what it was like growing up back then and being a new skater. Like I know exactly how that is, but I don't know what it's like. But I don't know. I just like see kids like dressing cool and like doing unique tricks that's not just like, okay, I have to kickflip 50-50 or like 50-50 kickflip out. Like these are the only things that I can do that are difficult. Like, and like that's fine, but it's really cool to just see somebody be like, I'm gonna go do nollie back tail, like, because it is like attainable. Like in my opinion, it's more attainable than a normal back tail. Like, and I prefer that. Like, I can't back tail, so I
I,
do nollie back tails.
it's an interesting trick. As soon as I watched that video, I rewatched it a few times, and I was like, you know what? Like that's real. Like you just said, that's really attainable. Like that's really like not out of my reach, out of my grasp, and like sometimes you just have to like try stuff because it's like, damn. I think I'm gonna go to my local tomorrow and like shove the like mani pad box thing to like a nice flat area and try that a bit. There's
Yeah.
like a movable metal box that with good effort you can shove around at my park, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna push that to a nice open area. I'm gonna see if I could like figure that out. Like I'm definitely not gonna get that first session probably, but like a bit of practice,
You
I'm
can
probably
get
gonna
a
get that in a couple sessions.
you can get at least a tap on it. Like that trick is like either like going to fakie is also fun, but even just like doing a little tap on it for the tail slide part instead of actually sliding is pretty fun as well.
I just want to
Um,
say too though, like your skating is always so inspiring too. Like I always see
Thanks.
so much stuff that I'm like, oh, I need to try that. Like you, same thing with your stuff where like for me and my skate style, I'm like, that's so attainable for me. Like that, I could do that. I can grasp that trick. Like I was looking at this actually off the whale tail, and I like it. I really like your big boneless off the whale tail.
that thing is super fun. Like I
I
haven't
have
skated like long tramp in a
I have
while.
one of those at my local skate park, and it's one of the like slightly more used features by me because it's like my park is not very good. It's a metal prefab park that is not very put together, and there's no real like it doesn't have any flow. Like you can't flow one thing to the next. It's impossible half the time, and there's not a lot of great features to use there, period. Long story short, the whale tail is one of my favorites because it's actually usable, and I don't know, I like getting air and stuff. So, but I hate that. I hate that flying off the whale tail launch stuff though, and like occasionally you come down, you get those like pressure slams where you land so hard on like your heels or something, you know, you're just like, you feel like you get like a shockwave up your damn legs.
Yeah, I remember the first time I did that, like in gym class in 8th grade, when I was like, what is it like if you just jump and keep your legs straight? And don't do that.
No, like jump.
Literally the worst feeling.
Yeah, it's not good feeling.
It's not good for you, but
yeah, and once in a while I get like an awkward like try to bail out of the whale tail thing. What's up, Conrad? Thank you for joining the stream. We're just watching skate clips of Kieran, Samuel, and stuff for a few. But yeah, once in a while I'll get like an awkward bailout where I'll like do a little bit too much of that stiff leg stuff when you land, and just like, yeah, the shockwave like shoots up my legs. I land horribly, like I'm not good at bailing.
it's a trick in itself.
Yeah, everybody's always like, just roll. I'm like, no, you don't understand. There's a percentage of us who do not understand how to roll, and when we land and bail, we hit the ground, and we hit the ground hard, okay, guys? I live in that small percentage, okay?
The skill. I mean, it's nice when you don't have to think about it, but when you do, it's dicey. You know?
Yeah, all my big bails though are like, there's no rolling out of it and saving it. I never save it. I always walk home from the park hobbling.
Oh my gosh.
I'm that guy. I'm like 2 hours into the session, tries something big and funky, tries to gap some big stupid gap or something, bails, smacks everything off the ground, gets up like, yeah, I'm just gonna hang out for a few, guys. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go.
I fall hard. I love skateboarding though. I always keep remembering this bail I had like a year or so ago where I like tried to gap this huge fun box at our DIY, and like everybody was hyping me up and I just bailed so hard. I just like slapped my everything off the ground. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, sometimes it's just kind of like part of the whole thing. Like you pay to play the game, I guess. Like
Yeah, like you pay a debt to the skate gods with the bails.
yeah, like it'll get you eventually. Even if like I don't really bail that much, but yeah, when I do, it hurts.
Screw you, styling motherfucker. What? No. No, I know. Years of progression saves you from bailing a lot of the time.
Yeah, literally, like, yeah, when it's.
I feel like
skate out at 11.
I feel like you have a, like, not that you can't do like bigger air stuff very clearly. Like we were just watching you fly off the whale tail or whatever, and I've seen other good clips of you. But like you're more of like a techie guy, whether you're and not saying just flat ground, but like on whatever you're doing, you're like more of the technical thing. Where I admit, like I straight up live in an era of like old schoolness with my style still, of like just getting a lot of air sometimes, and like when I'm like stumped on what to do on a big ramp, like I'm having trouble landing a flip trick or something because I'm not as good at flip technical stuff as you. Every time, I don't know why people are so awed by it, but like I'll just go do a big like, you know, like indie or like whatever, or like a nose grab, or like and I can do even like do a nice like I think they call it a meatloaf or whatever, where you do the grab between your legs to like the back of the board. You know what I'm talking about?
Roast beef.
Roast beef. Yeah, and like I do little grabs like that, and sometimes like because when I get stumped or frustrated or whatever, like I used to do lots of big air grabs and stuff when I was younger, so that's what I revert back to. I'm like, just gonna fly off this and just do a big nose grab or just do a big roast beef or whatever, and like I'm like, I don't know, people are always like, oh, that was sick, and I'm like, yeah. That's just built into my memory. But like also when I do those, you know, you do those enough, you get like a big bail once in a while from trying to
Yes.
get a big
Yeah.
air, and then you look like a fool in front of everybody. But it's always fun.
Yeah. Like I definitely, I'm like that too. Like I forget about it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, like I used to do all these grabs, and it is fun. Like,
I don't understand your magnetism with rails, like with your grinds in
it's
general. Like
you're fine. I hate rails.
rail.
They're so stupid.
Sorry, I didn't like that one. Look, I'm like it spam like. Um, I can't get over. Uh, Conrad,
Oh,
sorry.
thank
Just set up the DK and Joy Colts. Oh, I hope it's looking good, bro. I hope it's riding good. We'll probably have a Discord soon or something. I'll be able to see it. But yeah, I don't get like how you glue the ledges the way you do, and like you do all those funky angled ones and stuff. I don't get it.
Everything takes a really long time. Like when if something visually doesn't make sense, it probably took me like a really long time. You know, like
Yeah.
even just basic stuff just takes like, or sometimes it works, but
All right.
I don't know. Especially
Here's
with fingerboard, I feel like takes
here's
a
the
lot.
real question.
Mm.
How much phone memory do you take up while you're trying to film all these, or camera memory?
I try to keep it really low, but that's because it takes a lot. Like with I have like an iPhone 7 Plus that has a lot of memory on it. So if I'm filming like a phone clip like that, it's not too bad, and every once in a while I go through it. But literally, when I'm not planning on filming, I just use my like everyday Android phone. That's like a Nokia with like, I want to say 8 gigs of internal memory, and like 4 of it is the system. It might be 16 because 8 sounds way too low. But anyway, if I film like if I film for an hour straight, like if it takes me an hour to do something, which is definitely a long time, I will have my phone be virtually unusable by the end because it's just so like bogged down with like one video file.
Yeah.
So, but because sometimes like I go to the park and I'm like I'm not gonna film, and then I get there and no one's there, and then I'm like, oh snap, I got some ideas, and then
So
it's
do
like,
you
well, what
just
do I have? I have my everyday phone, so.
so do you just like run it filming for like a freaking hour, and then just when you finally know you got something, stop it and try to go and get it clipped out?
Yeah. Well, sometimes I'll do that if it's really dire, like if I'm right at the end of
I
like.
just want to say, like, I have never cared to film skateboarding before I got into fingerboarding. Like, it's just
Mm,
not. I've never given a crap about it. I've always just skateboarded. Once in a
yeah.
blue moon, there's a cool picture or two that have been taken over history of me. But like, I don't even think I have a video of me skateboarding anywhere when I was younger or anything like that. And so like in the fingerboard world, like I already feel overloaded with like footy and stuff like that all the time, and I'm like, it's such a minimal process compared to filming real skateboarding. I've always wondered, I'm like, I don't understand how real skater filmers do it when they have like when you have to film for hours and hours to get like, you know, couple seconds, where like in fingerboarding, like sometimes it takes excessively long in fingerboarding, but for the most part, you know what I mean, it's easy to delete clips as you're fingerboarding. It's easy to like it's you usually get it in a slightly more compact time frame than you would in real skateboarding, you know what I mean, if you're equally skilled in fingerboarding, skateboarding wise, whatever, right? I don't know. I find there's like a more compactness to the footage in fingerboarding, right? But I'm always like, bruh, like as like somebody who's not amazing at skateboarding, like somebody who's very average, I'm like, it'd take me forever and ever to get any of the stuff that's better footy of me. You know what I mean?
Hmm. That's really interesting. I feel like that I'm on the two sides. I'm like pretty equal. But I take more time with fingerboarding like more often to like just sit there and just try it for way too long. Like with skateboarding, that only
It's
happens
because
like once
it's
in a
because it's
while.
not physically as painful as,
Oh,
yeah, like it's not as
yeah.
physically duressing. But now if you were to like equal out your fingerboarding and your skateboarding, the amount of time you do them and whatever, make them all even, the filming, the time you did them, whatever, like, do you not think like Well, I guess that's a weird, and that doesn't make sense. Like, because you can't make the time equal. Because I'm trying to say a comparison of, like, wouldn't it take longer to do this stuff in skateboarding in real life, right? But, like, isn't that almost a truth and evidence that you say that you're willing to take more time to do it in fingerboarding world because it's not as hard?
Yeah, I like it really depends on the situation. Like if you're filming with somebody like skating like a spot and it's like maybe an instant bust spot where you have to get it in like 3 tries, like, you know, that's not going to take you a long time. Or you might have to go back different days, or it might like physically break you, right? But then with fingerboarding, right, you don't have that physical aspect sometimes. But also the other day, I was like, I just been trying to get better at like filming really like legible close fisheye clips with my camera setup.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I
I
filmed
can't get over
like
your weird tricks sometimes. Most of it is like the crazy grind things you do where you're like slapping into funky things on crazy angles and stuff. Like,
um like the other night I went to film a clip like after work, maybe after dinner. Oh no, I came home from work and then I'm like, for some reason I had like dinner made or something. I forget what happened. If I had like just eating leftovers or something. So I'm
yeah,
like, okay, I'll
Conrad, we'll
like
see
film a
you in a
clip
minute,
quick.
Conrad. Keep talking. Sorry.
And then like
These
I
cats,
couldn't.
yo.
I wanted like one a cat. I wanted
Oh, a
like one
cat.
more clip, and I'm like, I wasn't happy with what I filmed. Like I wanted to finish a clip in a night, and then I'm like, it's just, the last trick that I want just isn't working. So I picked it back up in the morning, doing like the selfie fisheye cam, whatever. And I guess like the way that my table is set up, it's kind of like low, so I guess I was bending over it a lot.
Oh, you gotta go down,
And
cat. You gotta go down.
I filmed like even more tricks than I was thinking I would do at first, and then by the end of it I'm like, oh man, my back feels all messed up. Like I just like didn't support my back well enough while doing that. And then like for like a day and a half I just had like really bad lower back pain from like self filming and like not correcting the angle of my whole setup and just like trying things way too much. Like simple things. Like I don't know if that's like, I mean it's almost embarrassing with like fingerboarding when like I'm like choosing to do basic tricks and like maybe you add an element like self filming and you're just like, yeah, like this really basic clip took me like 2.5 hours or like 3 hours, or I don't even want to know how long it took. And like it's just like a weird you know, it's like it's a hobby and it's also like a compulsion because you're just like, oh, like I want to film a new clip and like see how I can challenge myself. But then like at the end of it, you're like, wow, that sometimes you're like, damn, that's like actually physically like I am legitimately mentally and physically tired just from fingerboarding. Like it
Yeah.
takes
It
out of you
it does
sometimes.
drain a lot of energy to do that still too. Like all the setup and I don't know. There's a lot to it. A
Yeah,
lot more than people realize.
yeah. Or I like I always want to challenge myself because then I'm like, well, what's the point of even? But then like I could see being the type of person to like just relax and like film some clips. Like I almost wish I was more like that. And I think I am more like that sometimes, like when I'm just feeling more in that vibe. But usually I'm like, hey, like obviously people are following my account, so I want to give them something. But I don't want that to be like the main reason why I do anything. But oh, finger grunt is sick. I like they always comment on my things. I feel like
Yo, yeah, so are we
yeah.
allowed to
Oh, one
shift
in the chat.
topics for a minute?
100%.
Yo,
That count sick. Julia comment.
so yeah, Finger Grunt is Canadian, right? Like he's out in BC. Um
Yeah.
he's a big supporter and he loves his shop clips and he knows I love watching shop clips. He works in a
Yeah.
skate shop too, right? Um so that's what I kind of want to talk about with music that slightly today too. He's a G. He's actually, so he is in the Discord. He joined recently, new to Discord. But he's in the Discord if anybody ever wants to meet him and say hi. Um, but also follow him on Instagram. His name's Finger Grunt. But actually, so he initially linked me up with his friend Blake. and his thing is Starfish Heaven, and he's a musician, and like he's a skater and stuff, and he's Finger Grunt's best friend. And so he hooked me up with this guy. He does this like punk music and stuff, and he has some good music though, and he sent me 2 songs to join in on the like music thing, right? And so I've got his 2 songs. I don't know if I have given you a preview of those at all, have I?
Not me, no. I've
No?
never heard.
No.
No.
Well, let's see. I believe I can find him on here. Yeah, as well. I was gonna try to pull up their music and see if the music that he gave me is on here. But you should put your sound on quietly or whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
I'll preview you something. I don't think this guy sent me his music from somewhere else. I think from Bandcamp or something. I gotta check. 'Cause yeah, this guy sent me this 2 songs. This is, I think, one of them. I don't know if you can hear this. Like, this is actually one of the 2 songs I believe he sent me for the music album. So they're not. It's like this guy got a good variety of music. I like it. So that's a little preview of the type of stuff that he sent me.
That is fun.
Yeah, I like the little like fun vibe of that. And then actually, so Finger Grunt, his name's Grant. He actually was the one who sent me to his buddy because that's his best friend, and he thought his buddy would like the idea of what I was doing. And then Grant, that was about 2 months or so ago that we agreed on that, and he sent me his music to use when we're ready. And then Grant messaged me recently and was like, hey, I actually have a song I wouldn't mind you using if you want. I've been saving it for a while, and like I've had it for years, and like I don't know, I've never really put it anywhere or advertised it much or anything. It's just on my SoundCloud or something. And I was like, oh, okay, like I'll check it out. And then I think you'll love this, Kira. I'm gonna play this. I feel like we should just listen to this through. If anybody gets to hear it, it'll be a little pre-treat. But this one's gonna be on the PHAZE1 free music project. But this is like one of my favorites I've heard in a while. You ready for this one?
Yes.
Alright. Let's make sure. Listen to this. I'm just gonna jam this for a minute. I love it. You're gonna love the little story in this. Can you hear the words to it okay?
Yeah.
I love it. It just gives me the best jolly, positive skate vibes. For some reason, it's almost sad at first. He's talking about like he broke his board and he has to wait for his paycheck because he's broke or whatever. He's too cheap to go buy another board. I'm like, damn, that's sad, bro. But then at the end, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so raw, eh? But I love it.
Yeah, definitely reminds me of, like, kind of, like, his voice, like, is kind of like Daniel Johnston-ish in the way that, like, he, like, belts it, which I like. I like when people, like, go for it instead of, like, holding back, so.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it was, like, at first, like, there's, like, something when, like, the first time I listened to it, like, the first, 30 seconds, and I'm like, I don't know, it sounds like it's almost poorly put together, but then you realize after that first 30 seconds it's like meant to be like that, and then like the belting voice, like you said, just like draws on you more and more as you listen to it, and by the end, like, you're just like, the vibe is just good, and you're like, oh, this is beautiful. He did a good job making that. Like, it's clearly like some kind of fun project, fun song you did, just like low key back in the day or something years ago. But yeah, I don't know, I love it. It has such a good vibe. Yo, I'd use it on a skate edit.
Heck yeah, you can make more stuff. Great.
Yeah, he has a bunch of music stuff, but up until like 2 years ago on here, and I think he does music in general otherwise. But so if people wanted to check him out on SoundCloud, they could. This thing on SoundCloud is Luther's Day. But yeah, that Blake guy, the other guy, does have music on here as well. He has music on here under Blake Allen Pinder, his name. But this is just not where he sent me the songs that he gave me from. But yeah, so at the moment we have 5 songs for our music thing. We have 2 from Ravert, 2 from Blake Allen Pinder, and the one from Grant, a.k.a. Finger Grunt there. So yeah, if anybody wants to get in on a music project, feel free to DM us about it. If you're some kind of a music creator and you want your stuff advertised a little and shared with the world, as long as you're willing to let people use it, no copyright. Yo, is there any music stuff you want to talk about or anything here, or is there any fingerboarding stuff or skateboarding stuff you want to drag us into?
I mean, music is like, it's fun. Like, I don't know what we should talk about, but music is like a pretty large part of my like existence, like making music and I don't know, working on music and like learning how to master.
Is there something that we need to go appreciate on the internet somewhere?
I mean,
it's so vast, right?
Like, yo, check out mine. But
yo, shut up. Check out Kier's stuff. Where are we going? We going to Kier.io or some weird stuff?
The link is there, but everything's on my Bandcamp. But I mean, like, there's like almost too much, but it's fun to like visually appreciate, like, and like the album art's fun. Like,
I don't have Bandcamp. Will it let me look at your stuff without a profile?
I'm on the front page. No.
Yo, this is Kier right here, guys. Featured on the Reggae Legend U-Roy album.
If you search Special Rutabaga, I think it will come up. Maybe?
Okay.
Something like that.
Special.
Or if you go to specialrutabaga.bandcamp.com. But yeah, music is really fun.
You look like you're wearing a RuneScape party hat.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I want to get more into RuneScape. It's super cool. Like, I always like the look of old school RuneScape.
Yo, you gonna come play RuneScape with me? You know I'm an OG RuneScaper.
I know. I literally wish I had time. I'm like, it's so bad. Like, I could
You
be
know,
using that as an excuse, but I'm literally like,
you're gonna download old school RuneScape mobile on your phone, and you're gonna play it every time you poop, and you're gonna make your poop trips twice as long because of it.
yeah. I literally could though. I do have a phone that can handle it. That I used to play Minecraft on, and now I just haven't. I haven't gamed in so long because I've been so like freaking swamped. But music in general, I feel like
Oh, I
if
have
you've
no
never tried to
volume
make
thing. Okay,
if you
that's okay.
if you've never tried to make music, it's like a really fun. I don't know. Just I like encourage anybody to just go for it and like you know, you learn your program of choice. That could be like Audacity, or if you have Mac, you could use GarageBand. Or I use a program, if you're on Linux, Ardour is pretty good, and you can get it for free on Linux, I'm pretty sure. But there's a lot of like digital audio workstations that you can get for affordable
I'm absorbing this song so hard right now.
I don't even have my sound on.
Bro, I'm like
But
going into a scary video game level right now for sure.
I got really into like Dungeons a little while ago, and
Into what, sorry?
know.
I had to pause that for 1 second. It was hard to hear you over it on my end.
Dungeons and
Dungeon synth?
yeah, so that's like a
Oh, I
kind of
vibe it.
subgenre of yeah, it's like it's kind of weird to explain. It started off kind of more under the name Dark Ambient. It's like an offshoot of black metal type DIY projects, and it's more like I mean, if you think of like the words dark ambient, like what that evokes, it's kind of like the darkness of some like of the interludes in black metal music, but kind of isolated and on their own, and it's atmospheric and typically instrumental. And you know, if you think about the black metal scene, if you think about like what an interlude in one of those songs would be, it's like if the artist has access to physical synthesizers in late 80s, early 90s, or whenever they're making it, you're going to have kind of like a soft synth interlude, creepy interlude written in a possibly a primitive way, possibly a more like classical inspired way. So dark ambient, and then eventually dungeon synth. I'm not this, but I'm just what I know. I'm speaking on like it's a kind of a fun instrumental electronic genre that could either be more analog or it could be more digital. Definitely love the analog side of things. There's a lot of tape making going on in the dungeon synth like community, as it were, as I discovered. And I always loved that. Like I
Retro.
was big into yeah, like in 2000, and I don't know when I got into like vaporwave stuff, but like 2010, 2012, somewhere around there, I found out about vaporwave, started making it, and I was like buying cassette tapes and stuff and playing them in my car because my car had a cassette player.
That's
And
so.
that whole thing was like really magical. Like whatever was happening there, like I was a fan of that. People were making cassette tapes and like making them really nice and like doing nice J cards and stuff. So
I got a buddy who's like really obsessed with like old rap cassette tapes, and he like repairs
yeah,
boom boxes and stuff for a hobby.
that's really
So my
cool.
buddy has all these big old boom boxes and cassette tapes and all this stuff.
Yeah, yeah, like actually collecting the old tapes is a really cool hobby, and you know, it's you're dealing with like magnetic tape and stuff, and that's kind of like it's almost risky too. But just having like a collection, you know, they're a little bit smaller than a CD in one dimension at least.
I just want to
And
interlude. I just want to interlude for a
yeah,
split second to answer chat, and I just wanted to say that I'm glad that the wheels are breaking in for you, and Conrad got some Joy Colt Super Streets. Bad customer service, amazing wheels, all around 7 out of 10. And Blake says, "Hey Steven, my family car is a cassette tape. LOL, it's from 2001."
yeah. My
Good
old car
times.
was a '99 Civic, and that was had that built-in cassette player. Like, it's a vibe.
Yeah, my I'm trying to think. I think my recent car had a cassette player as well, like cassette and CD system.
Yeah.
So, yeah, ghetto, but we live that life. We don't live in the
Yeah.
future yet. We still live in the
No.
early 2000s.
Honestly, CD players are kind of like useless a little bit. Like unless you have like a stacked mixed CD collection or something, it's like just listen to the radio or podcasts. Like
Yeah.
having the tape is like an added bonus of like, oh, sick! I can listen to my weird old tape collection.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm still a CD man. I still respect
Yeah,
CDs. I have lots of CDs still.
that's good. I got
Yeah.
no respect. I'm just kidding. I like CDs.
My most. I'm a man of culture. My most played CD
The
is
finer things.
Neil Young's Best Hits.
Nice.
Yeah. A lot of
I
people
have
don't
heard
like
of
Neil
that.
Young, but I love him.
Really? Who doesn't like Neil Young?
It's actually a big thing. There's a lot of people who hate Neil Young who like are disgusted for some reason by his voice, and it's like the fuck you guys talking about? There's been like
Oh,
a million people in history that have like raspy natural voices. Like a lot of people hate on his voice for some reason. Like he has a horrible singing
yeah.
voice, and I'm like, he's what are you talking about? He's like natural, and there's something nice about his voice. To be honest, like. I don't want like fake robotically perfect voices all the time in life. Like I like his voice. Like there's something different about it. It's like almost it sounds really weird cuz it almost sounds like I am shit talking him but I'm not, but it's almost like an appealing version of like when somebody has a voice crack sometimes. Like he has a weird pitch thing that he hits and he like does stuff that like sounds really weird, but it's like out of the box satisfying. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
He
like
he
it.
sings in he has like this weird mix of falsetto. I literally forgot that that's like something that people dislike him for because in my opinion it's not a good argument.
No, it's not. To me, it's not. Like, you guys think he like literally people hate him, and you'll be like, Neil Young, and their first comment will be like, "Oh, I can't stand him." Not like, oh, he's a great musician. I'm not really into his voice, but he's a great musician
Right.
or something, right? They're just like, I can't stand him. I'm like, okay, like, relax. He's only one of the most famous musicians of all time. He's only like one of the people who's like the heart and soul of rock and scene and stuff like that. Like, like. He's horrible. I don't know what to say to people like that. I'm just like, guys, relax. Like, he's actually really, really good. And I can
Yeah.
respect if you don't like his voice tone quite. There's lots of musicians who are famous who I'm not quite into their voice tone, but I'm not going to say that they're bad musicians or jump right to saying they're shite because of it or something, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, okay, guys. But I love Neil Young. He's a big spot in my heart. I like him. His music's
Definitely.
good. And then I like, I don't know, I like him. He's a sappy old romantic guy.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
his songs are all about like women he met and stuff over his life and like has a little heart broken
There's
by and shit.
there's that one about like a motorcycle or like what is it like long may you run or whatever like that's kind of like weirdly heartwarming.
Yeah.
um or like old man look in my eyes I'm a lot like you or like or that whole out
Whoa.
like that's
Yo,
what
did you actually just do that?
what
Apparently, yo, no name brand O. Yo, somebody just apparently subscribed to the stream.
hey
Yo, what do I do about this, guys? I
did
need
you
to like give you an award or something, yo. Like,
physically
I thought it was,
send you a
dude. How are you, my dude?
trophy.
I need to like give you like a special reward or something. Yo, look at this. Found 1 month subscriber. Yo, sorry, I'm really hype right now. We're gonna have a Twitch stream loser moment. I'm really hype right now. Thank you. You're the first person to ever subscribe to this channel. And I just wanted to say I was actually thinking the other day about how to figure out, what to involve in like subscriber platform for people, because really you're supposed to offer something special to your subscribers and stuff. And I didn't think we're gonna like be at that point for a little while, but I want to let you know I'll look into what I can do for that for you, because clearly somebody has decided to subscribe, and if somebody's decided to subscribe, maybe somebody else will someday, and I want to make sure that I figure that out for you guys. So I'll figure out some kind of systematic reward thing for you guys. I'll look into that. I just want to say thank you, dude. That's like, that's big. I'm not even like, I'm super transparent. I'm not even sure what comes out of that, like financially as a streamer. I'm not sure what comes out of that. Maybe I make a couple dollars or something. I know there is some sort of revenue stream to that, but besides that, it just shows the level of support, and I honestly am like really like red-faced, and I appreciate you. How am I? I'm doing good, man. Honestly, we've just been watching skate clips and chatting music and stuff a bit today. Um, yeah, things have been pretty good here, and we're just hanging out. And now you got me all stunned and appreciating. So I'm gonna have to get you some VIP chat status after. So my pleasure. Honestly, I don't know how it works. I'm just here for the good times and good vibes. Dude, honestly, like, that's what I mean. I never looked too far into it because I figured it would be a little bit before that. Like, you know, I'm not trying to over-assume anything and ever think I'm going to get anything ahead of time. I'm just trying to be reasonable about it, work for it, earn it in due time. But so, like, I mean, if I'll let you know what I get out of that in transparency. Oh, I know who you are. This is the man. I had a feeling. Like, trust me. You know, we were just like, I don't know if you've been lurking at all, but you know, we just talked about you like for like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
We actually were just lurking you for like 10 minutes beforehand, talking about you and Blake, and we actually just previewed your song that you sent me for the free music project. So we were just jamming out to that, and like, I don't know, like giving our like my non-professional music thoughts on it, because I'm not anything professional at music at all. I always tell people I am honestly not knowledged in music, expertise, whatever. I don't have the most vast array of music knowledge of songs that exist and all the artists and this, that, and the other. I'm really average. But I have a huge appreciation for good music when I come across it, when people send me stuff, when I find stuff I like definitely sink into the music I like really deep, and I have a big appreciation for it. And then there's Kier. Kier actually has some musical talent and stuff beyond me for sure. But yeah, so you know, we're just giving our breakdown of things and what we thought about it. See, I know I've done a little bit of music stuff. Like, I played a little bit of guitar when I was young. I played a little bit of saxophone. Like, I made the first 10 songs on the free music album thing, like, just for fun, and I dove into it. And like you said, making music is just fun, and you encourage anybody to do it. Same thing here. I'm like, you don't have to be a pro to do it and have fun. Like, I just started making those songs the one day, and I figured maybe I'd get a couple made, like 2 or 3, and maybe I could convince some other people while I'm doing those to help and donate. And I ended up just diving in for 10 hours and making the 10 songs and just having fun with it. And I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna wait for everybody else to send me all the stuff, because I'm gonna do it right now, because you know what, I'm having fun anyways. And if they send me stuff later, they'll be the next piece of the pie. But like, I'm having fun. I'm gonna get these hammered out. But still, no, I don't know, I'm not musically professed in any way. But I don't know.
Who is? Even people that are they really? Music is so subjective, like people's tastes and stuff.
It is, and that's something to appreciate. But also, like, you know, you have to, as long as you're modest about it, you know, you do earn your level of knowledge in whatever you are in the world, right? So you definitely know a lot more about music than I do. It's a simple fact. But yeah, no, we were listening to your song earlier, giving like our thoughts on it or whatever. We were talking about the whole like raw beltingness of the voice in it and stuff, and that's like a really good factor. Sorry, I was just looking at chat, so I like my posts and stuff. I made a bunch more songs public, so I still have to make some downloadable. Yeah, no worries, dude. Honestly, not super rushing about it. I'm trying to get the other people together on it too. But I don't know. I really like that song lately. Like, ever since you told me to check it out, I've been listening to it like every other day. So, oof, had to connect to Wi-Fi. Got the 90% data use text. Ouch. Ouch. Careful, my dude. Don't kill your data. I remember back in the day when it was like a thing. I don't know if you remember, Kier, but when it was like a thing like 10 plus years ago, when people would like rack up like $1,000+ cell phone bills because like they didn't understand how like internet on phones worked and like other wild stuff. It was just like a thing that like it was almost regular that like one in 4 friends doesn't know how to use a cell phone.
Yeah, or like dial-up problems where like I feel like I've heard so many like horror stories of people getting like ridiculous bills. Of glad that's not really the case anymore most times. Hopefully. At least not to me.
Well,
Like,
Grant, don't worry for your songs made public. People can see it all. Like we were showing off your SoundCloud and showing off like the name to it and stuff. So anybody who does watch this, hopefully they'll go see it and stuff. We have been putting these videos to the YouTube after now too and stuff. So it'll last longer term than just the 14 days here in our small following here. You know, it can be seen in a larger picture by the internet at some point in time as people watch it after the fact on our YouTube. So. Had some friends do that before. Yeah, the phone thing I feel like you're talking about. I don't know why that was a thing, but like when I was younger, it felt like in my like young teen years, it was like all these young kids like, or not even young kids, like, you know, like slightly older people too sometimes, but like they all just like, I remember multiple friends being like, oh, like I racked up like a $900 phone bill this month and my parents are gonna kill me, like I did this, that, and the other, and like I didn't realize it was gonna cost me money, and like they didn't even give me a warning when like my limit was up, and I'm like, damn, bro, my mom never even got me a phone and I'm too broke to get my own, so at least I don't have a $900 phone bill at like 15 years old.
yeah.
1 second, I'm just checking the chat here. Can we listen to Perfect by something something something? I think I can look it up. I don't know if it's a thing I'll get copyrighted for or not, but we can look it up and try.
Check their recent clips, like recently.
Yeah, it was Blake actually. I can go pull that up as well in a sec. Featuring. Let me try to find this. Nah, I feel like I'm not gonna get copyrighted for this.
Bit of a groove, and although time shifts,
We gotta skip the ad. Come on, guys. Sorry, guys, I don't pay for YouTube Premium. I don't believe in that. Frickin' YouTube. Okay,
I need to figure out how to get the pop-out video player on my phone without buying.
I hate how Google listens to me, man. I literally just said I don't believe in or YouTube Premium, and it pops up a thing that says trial 1 month premium. And I'm like, no, go away.
That like always happens every time I open it.
Oh, do you have your sound on, Kier? Blake wants us to hear this for a second. We'll play it for a sec.
This looks super drained. I feel like I just saw like a monkey ball shape.
No, right.
That's a monkey ball.
Yo, monkey ball? Yeah, it was good. Just want to say, Grant, no worries, bro. We're only gonna be another 5 or 10 minutes, and the stream's gonna be over anyways. So we can chat more later, though, if you want. I'm always bumping around on the Discord there and on the gram, and you know I'll answer you. You're a homie. Yeah, all right. Grant reminds me of something else, but yo, what's your review on this? I want to hear what you have to say.
It reminds me of like Drain Gang and Crunkcore mixed together is my review.
Of what and Crunkcore?
Drain Gang.
Drain Gang? What's Drain
Yeah,
Gang?
You
Well,
know about Drain Gang?
I feel.
Echo 2K.
Why do I feel like I know what this is really?
Yeah, there's like a whole. What is it called? There's like this whole kind of like sort of new subgenre that I was watching videos on the other
This
day.
entrepreneur brand.
That's like adjacent to like the kind of wave of like newer, like emo inspired stuff. I guess you could label it as. Let me see my YouTube history.
What is that? It reminds me of something else. I'm trying to think of what it is right now.
So
I
guess
mean,
what?
it's kind of like happy hardcore, but like there's scene influence. There's like Warped Tour vibes.
Seizure warning, everybody.
Yeah, they got.
Yeah. I gotta figure out what this is.
What are you looking at?
I'm trying to find
look up 100 gags.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
You knew what I was looking for. I was like, what is it called again? 100 gex. Yeah, I actually love these guys.
Laura Less's stuff is like really epic. Like just on her own is epic. Oh, I know what I was looking up.
They're just so
search.
bad, it's good.
It's like they're like leaning into like kind of like extreme electronic music with like really heavy auto tune.
This one with the COVID street band. No, I didn't. This guy was telling me to look this up before. Street band, toast, street band. I'm trying to figure out which one is which.
I'd like to tell you a story about when I was a very young boy. I must have been
Grant is
3
a
or 4 months old
cultured
at the time,
musician.
and I didn't know what I wanted. But if I did, I wouldn't have been able to tell anybody because all I could do was gurgle. So I sat there in my high chair, thinking one day, looking at my tray, and thinking what I'd give for a meal on there. So I started looking around the kitchen to see what I could have. I was rubbing my eggy soldier in my head, trying to think. And then I looked over in the corner, and there's a yellow and white bread bin with its mouth open.
Yo, what year is this?
Just staring at me like I saw.
What year is this?
There.
Like early 80s or something?
78.
Nice.
Thought I'll have toast.
Wait, keep playing it.
A little piece of toast.
Oh, there.
Well, then I started.
Oh.
I hated this. I hated that. Expensive steak was
Oh my
ludicrous, and
God.
cafes couldn't cater for the finer things in life. The upper crust was not for me. I could tell that. So I'd go home, switch the kitchen light on, put the grill on, slip a slice under, and have toast. A little piece of toast.
Why do I love this so
choose
much?
from. There's brown bread, white bread, all sorts of wholemeal bread. It comes in funny packages with writing on the side, but it doesn't matter which one you have, because cut the crust off, have it with marmalade or butter, cheese, tomatoes, beans, banana, or chocolate if you're strange, it doesn't really matter. Oh no, it all goes with toast. A little piece of toast. I'm gonna think about it some.
Yo, that just got so much better when he started doing that. I love it. The Toast Squad.
That's toast. Just toast.
Bro, I don't know why you showed me this, Grant, but it's so good.
Yeah, I've never seen this. This is amazing.
I'm gonna remember this forever.
That's toast. Yeah, just toast. So then Friday was me day off. I went down the supermarket with me basket in me hand. I'm walking from one counter to another, trying to find the bread store, but I can't find it anywhere. And then I bumped into a mother with a baby in a basket, and she says, "Oh look, I come down here for a little bit of peace and quiet, get some bread to go home making toast."
I don't know. I freaking love this. This is beautiful.
Toast? And I says, "Yeah, but I don't know if I like toast."
Thanks for joining us, Blake. We'll chat soon, homie.
Okay, scrape that toast, boys.
Oh.
Scrape the toast. When you get too much shite on, too much burnt, you scrape the burnt.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's toast. Just toast. I can't think about it anymore. I've got to go and have some.
Yeah, I must admit I'm getting a bit brown off standing here as well.
Take that off.
Should we go and have some toast?
Let's go.
Okay then. See ya. Night all.
That was so good. That was 100% gold. 100% gold. You have made the stream today, dude. You brought us toast and a subscription and your own musical experience. Yo, Grant has made the whole thing. We gotta give him more shout outs for the end of this. We are gonna end this off here momentarily, but we're gonna super shout out Finger Grunt, aka his real name's Grant, because he's awesome. And if you like to watch skate clips at work, especially skate clips at work in a skate shop, because that's where he works, follow him. He does lots of story clips while he's just chilling at work shredding. And oh, that's a nice looking park. What the hell, bro?
Ooh. That was fun.
Yeah, this like curved,
Speaker.
the curved ledge there though. I'm really liking that curved ledge.
Yeah. The rainbow.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Love a good concrete part.
Give us more.
Ooh.
You like that big wall slope, eh?
Yeah, I like that switchback tail too.
Yo.
Confusing left.
So, shout out to Grant, Finger Grunt. You're the homie. I appreciate you. You made me a little stunned on stream today. GG, good job. I think we're gonna end it here. Do you have anything else you want to leave the stream with today, Kier?
I'm chilling. The other name for Surge music is Hex music. That's what I was trying to think of before.
Surge music or Hex music. Research it, guys. I'm gonna have
It's
to
pretty-
after, because I'm a music noob.
I think it's like hard to find actually. I thought it was more like of a thing that was known, but anyway.
It's still underground.
It's a little bit. I'm pretty sure.
Well, if you're into underground music, then go search that stuff, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, guys. Thank you for supporting us. We will have this on to the YouTube later, so you know, if you have some friend down the road that wants to hear something we chatted about today, you can refer them back to the YouTube and be like, yeah, go watch it, they were talking about me. Big flex. Yeah, if you guys want to watch this after the fact, you can watch it on YouTube, and we appreciate you all for joining us today. A million times thanks to you, Grant. A million times thanks to Kier for being here as well, and being the other half of the dynamic duo. But yeah, guys, love you all, and I will let Kier say peace out, and then we will chat with you again next Thursday, or catch us on Instagram or in the Discord. Send us a message to get in the Discord. Feel free to leave some parting words, and then we'll be out of here. Kier,
Go make some music.
go make some music.
Have a good one, y'all.
Those are the perfect parting words. Go make some music. Peace, guys.